even though this video was highly demanded, this view behind me is another excuse to make a video. I mean, I just love to chat. I love beautiful views. This is beautiful. Just have a look. It's beautiful. So I think I will enjoy my chat with you today, guys. Thank you. This place is beautiful. Can you just see that view? It's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Hello guys. This is your girl TTK once again. How are you? How have you been doing? In Yoruba culture, Nigeria, it is forbidden to address those older than you by their names. Well, it's a bit tricky. Some think it does not matter. Some think it does matter. Well, judging from the way people react when somebody younger than them called them by their name within the Yoruba community, I will say it does matter. I mean, you get people claiming they are older than they are really are just because they want others to call them, just because they don't want to call somebody else auntie. They go as far as having an elaborate party. They go as far as they can go. They wear the ashrabi, they hire a hall. They spend so much on this party. There was an auntie that celebrated her 46th birthday about a year ago. We had like a dinner party. And suddenly this year, she's celebrating her 50th birthday. And I'm thinking, how is that possible? I don't understand. How is this possible? So you get that sometimes. Or you suddenly you find that a 26-year-old girl is celebrating her 30th birthday. And why is this? It's just because they don't want to call some certain people auntie and who are of the same age to give them more respect. Well, I'll call this cheating, don't you think? It's a bit of cheating. Or yeah, I'll call this cheating. The question is, who do you address as a brother or auntie or sister? Is age a factor? Is it necessary? Is it about age, or is it about relationship, or how you get to know that person? Well, I've been able to get some answers from older and traditional Yoruba people, and I've got some questions as well on social media. The people who need answers to some questions regarding this auntie and brother drama. So here we go. My 60-year-old uncle decided to marry a 36-year-old, and I am 44 years old. Because of my uncle, I call her auntie. She called me by my name. I am not comfortable with it. I know I am older than her. What is she supposed to call me? Well, by my findings, she's supposed to call you auntie back. She's supposed to reciprocate. If she refuses, I think you should notify your uncle. Uncle said it does not matter, but the situation is getting to me. Excuse me. Well, I'll be very, very honest, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If uncle said it does not matter and it's getting to you, I think it's time you call her by her name. For example, if her name is Kemi, you call her Kemi. I appreciate the fact that you acted as the bigger person by calling her auntie. Most people will call her by her name, knowing fully that she's a wife one. In Yoruba, she is the wife one. And then secondly, you are older than her. You're 44 years old, she's 36 years old. I mean, uncle will leave you with no choice but to call her by her name. If her name is Kemi, you call her Kemi. I mean, it might get out of hand, but uncle will be forced to address the situation, and so is other family member. That is my candid opinion. I got married to a twin because my husband's twin brother is the same age with my husband. I call him by his name, he called me by my name, but I can see that he does not like it. My sister-in-law said it is not right to call him by name, but I disagree. We are all the same age. On this one, I'm afraid your sister-in-law is right. In Yoruba tradition and custom, your in-laws are meant to be older than you. The female in your husband's family are seen as your mother-in-law. and the male in your husband's family are seen as a father-in-law. You're going to join a family that already existed, and you're going to adopt their name. It's a sign of respect. So I do understand the twin brother is the same age as your husband, but you will have to address him as brother, especially if they're that kind of a family. Sometimes it's about the relationship, not necessarily the age. I will say it also depends on the family. There are some family who are not really into auntie and brother thing, where the wives addresses their brother and sister-in-law by their names. But if you do not marry into such family, just go by the rules. Address them as auntie or brother, for peace sake. I mean, going into a family with different backgrounds have its own challenges. In my opinion, do not add to it. Aside your mother-in-law, your real mother-in-law, real father-in-law, who by default should be addressed as mommy and daddy, I will say, and that's my opinion, at least give your husband's siblings that respect. I mean, address them even if you're older than them or they're older than you, as auntie or brother. And then you can use your discretion for the other members of the extended family. And I'll say, if you're older than them, then you use your discretion, but give at least your husband's siblings that respect if they are from. My friend calls my husband by his name because we all went to the same university. So we've been friends since university time, way before I got married. My friend recently got married to a man older than myself and my husband. When I am around him, I speak in English because I do not feel comfortable calling him brother. His wife, my friend, calls my husband by his name though. My friend became angry during a conversation when I mentioned her husband's name. I do not think it's fair. She calls my husband by name. I will break this down. According to my findings, it depends on the relationship and how you know your husband's friend. According to Yoruba tradition, you're not supposed to call your husband's friend by name because that is your friend's crown. You respect the crown she's wearing. That's why sometimes people treat married women differently. You respect that crown. That is the tradition. There are a number of factors. The exception is if you and your husband friend all grew up together, or you went to the same university, or you've been high school friends, and it also depends on the relationship. So if you all grew up together and you've all been like childhood friends, you are allowed to call your friend's husband by name. It is tricky though. If in your clique you have a clique where everybody addresses each other by name, then it's fine. Provided it's a mutual feeling and a mutual agreement, nobody is angry. But if not, you cannot call your friend's husband by name. No, that's the tradition, and that's the rules to the name calling within the Yoruba community. From my findings, I address a woman in church as sister, and she calls me sister back, which is the norm in the Pentecostal church I attended. I bumped into her at a wedding party. She was dancing with my younger sister, which I later found out were peer groups. Some were peer group, same age. They went to the same school way back in Nigeria. This sister looked older than her age. Knowing now that she is the same age as my younger sister, who I am 6 years older than, I do not feel comfortable calling her sister anymore. But because our relationship started from church, I don't know how to go about it. I am afraid you cannot change now. You have to continue calling her sister. But you have to let her know she's the same age as your younger sister. And there are ways of going about this. You could start a conversation based on your last meeting at that party or at the wedding party. You could say something like, oh, Kemi is our younger sister. Oh, she's our last born. So you're friends with Kemi. You went to the same school, right? So you're not actually telling her I'm older than you. You're indirectly informing her that, girl, I'm not your age. I'm calling you sister because of church relationship. Do you understand what I mean? And I'm sure she will know her place. If she does, then you have to put her in her place. But when you have been addressing someone as auntie or uncle, and then you suddenly change, it puts a kind of strain on that relationship. There will be tension, anger, resentment, and it depends on how close you are in church. The relationship might never be the same again, and you don't really need that. It can be avoided. The only exception is if the person in question is a male and he starts toasting you like toast bread. You know what I mean? It's a choice thing. Some women start calling him by his name even though he's older. He put himself in that situation. When you start chatting up a girl that is young enough to be your daughter or your younger sister, then don't be offended. That is the only exception. But it's a choice thing. Some will continue their brother thing while some will just switch. 3-year-old Nigerian woman work in the same marketing department office as me in London. I am 32 years old, also from Nigeria, a Yoruba from a well-cultured home. I avoided calling her name in the office because I don't feel comfortable. I also thought it would be embarrassing to start calling Aunty in the office. During our team meeting, I was reading out the minutes and I referred to her as she. Then I pointed at her. Later, one of my colleagues said it was very rude that she has a name. I felt very bad and I noticed her attitude had changed towards me. What should I do? Well, I have actually experienced such a similar situation before. I would advise you address the situation. Have a lunch with her during one of your lunch break at work. Speak Yoruba, break the ice, call her auntie during that conversation, apologize, tell her how you feel, and as you're speaking to her, call her auntie, address her in a respectful manner, the way we speak in Yoruba, address her that way, but make her ask her if she does not mind if you refer to her as Mrs. So and so, whatever her surname is, in the office because of your white colleague, you know. And I think she will understand if she's being reasonable. We are in a foreign land. She should understand. My friend's husband addresses me by my name. And my husband, who is older than all of us, addresses my friend as Mama so and so or Auntie. I don't like it when my friend's husband call me by my name. I have avoided calling my friend's husband by name. But now I am on the verge of calling his name. Should I? This was just like one of the questions I addressed earlier. It depends on the relationship. If you guys grow up together, or you attended the same university together, or went to the same college or high school together, then I think it's normal for him to call you by your name. And it depends on the relationship though, and how you guys met. But if not, I think you should address the situation with your friend politely. Talk to your friend about it. And then again, how does your husband address your friend? Does he call her by her name? Because that might be the genesis or the foundation of the problem. That might be the reason why he's addressing your husband by name. It's a bit tricky, but I think the best way is don't call her husband by name unless you're ready to lose that relationship. There's going to be tension, there's going to be anger. The relationship will never be the same. So I think how you go about resolving this issue is talk to your friend and politely. As of today, within the Yoruba community, how you address those of the same age as you, older than you, younger than you, depends on how you know them. Age, status, background, orientation. Those are the facts. Some pastor's wife in churches are called mommy, not because they are our mommy, but it's because they're called mommy out of respect, because of the title they hold. There are women in that same church or in those same churches who are older than the pastor's wife, but still address the pastor's wife as mommy. So I hope you get what I'm trying to say here. So it's not always about age. Mostly it's about age, but it's not always about age. Sometimes it is about the status. It's about how you know them. It's the relationship. I hope I've been able to shed a bit of light on this, since this video is one of my most requested chats on social media. And I must say I I've been guilty of some of the things I address. So it's not that I know. It's just I went about researching, looking for answers. So some of the answers I gave here is not just based on my opinion. Some are and not some, and some are not. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, subscribe and share.